All right, it's time to go over some snaps at the tight end position. And as we know, the trade deadline is creeping up there just a little bit, and you need to know who you need to be able to target. Now, these tight ends that are on the field the most, having the most snaps, have the most opportunity to score fantasy points for you, so we need to be able to call this out. So I'm gonna go over the top 5 who had the most snaps in week 8, and I wanna go over at the end of the video the top 5 tight ends overall for the entire season to let you know where they stand amongst everyone else. So if you're looking for some trade targets, this might be a good video to watch. Let's start at number 5 here, who had the 5th most snaps at the tight end position last week. We're going Tucker Kraft. You end up with 59 snaps. I like what he's doing on the field. The thing is with him, I need to see Jordan Love more healthy. I mean, if you got somebody out there like Malik Willis throwing the football, I'm not crazy about Tucker Kraft. But with Jordan Love, he can find Tucker Kraft. He can do some really good things. 59 snaps last week for Tucker Kraft. He's completely blown out Luke Musgrave. He is an afterthought at this point. And if you guys watched all of my videos and my rankings before the season started, I told y'all to start Tucker Kraft, draft Tucker Kraft. Do not draft Luke Musgrave. I hope you guys listened to me a little bit, but he was number 5 last week in week 8. Coming in number 4 at 64 snaps was George Kittle. We know he's one of those labeled boom or bust type of tight ends, right? But here lately, he's more of a consistent tight end than a boom or bust tight end. He's doing really, really well, and he's staying healthy amongst kind of everybody else. Yeah, he had a little bit of an injury problem, but not like Deebo Samuel, right? Brandon Ayuk, now he's gone for the season. Christian McCaffrey. It's almost like everybody's crumbling, and George Kittle's the last man standing at this point for the most part. He's getting a lot of snaps too. 64 snaps at the tight end position. You know he's gonna get you some points. Obviously, he is a top tier tight end. Another top tier tight end we need to go over here. Another 64 snaps, Trey McBride, right? I think what's helping him out the most is that Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't coming in being a dominant wide receiver yet. He's still learning, he's still young, still developing, right? But while he's doing that, Kyler Murray is focusing a lot on Trey McBride. He's getting a lot of opportunities, and it shows. He's got 64 snaps, you know, the tied for the 3rd most of any tight end in football last week. Trey McBride is one of these guys you have to have. Coming in at number 2, we're talking Cade Otton at 68 snaps. A guy that I'm still not crazy about, but I think the reason why number 1, why he had so many snaps last week, you have these injuries, right? You had the injuries to Chris Godwin, you have the injuries to Mike Evans, right? So he's got a lot there. But then again, overall throughout the season, Cade Otton plays a lot. He just doesn't give you a lot of fantasy production week in and week out. He's not consistent enough. There's some games he explodes, like last game. There was no other wide receivers out there, so it had to be the Cade Otton show. That was kind of telegraphed. But he was the 2nd most snapped tight end in week 8. And the first who took the most snaps with a whopping 70 snaps is Theo Johnson. This guy absolutely blew out everybody, right? He's on the field a lot. He may not be producing top tier tight end numbers, but he's on the field all the time. He has completely passed Daniel Bellinger and is the number 1 guy at the tight end position for the New York Giants. If they can just get a little bit better on offense, Theo Johnson could be pretty scary for fantasy football. Somebody, if you're in a dynasty league, you may want to try to go get yourself some Theo Johnson, because by next year, you never know, he could be really, really good. So let's just give you an overview, right, of the entire season. Who are the top 5 tight ends for as far as their snaps go, right? Just go ahead and put up right now, right? So Cade Otton, you see him here at number 1, 491 snaps on the entire season. He's really above and beyond any other tight end out there. He is on the field a lot. Number 2, Theo Johnson, another tight end we were just now talking about, who had the most last week with 70. Well, he's got 460 for the season, so he's on the field quite a bit. Dalton Schultz, 457. You would probably see that total probably go up a little bit more now that Stephon Diggs is out for the season. They might be leaning a little bit more on Dalton Schultz. Number 4 here, Tucker Kraft, 451. Again, one of those tight ends. Week in and week out, he's on the field a lot, completely blowing out Luke Musgrave and giving you some nice fantasy numbers to boot with that. And the last guy, Tyler Conklin, 438. Started the season a little slow, but now starting to pick it up here with Aaron Rodgers. He's getting targeted quite a bit, and he's on the field a lot. Like I said, 438 snaps at the tight end position for Tyler Conklin. I like myself some Tyler Conklin for the whole season, you know, for the rest of the season it goes. But just an overview, right? So if you guys are creeping up, you guys are needing tight end, and you want to go trade for somebody before the trade deadline, these might be some of the names you might want to be looking at, because you want tight ends that are on the field. You know, they're not going to produce for you if they're not on the field a lot. You want the guys with the highest snaps. But guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit a subscribe button. We're pumping out videos each and every week, right? We want to help you met the best lineup possible, because we want you to win a championship. That's what we want to do here at the Bayou Bingo Fantasy Network. And leave a comment down below. Is there any of these guys who had snaps that kind of surprised you, right? Let me know down in the comments below. I like to go back and forth with you guys, but I can't wait to see y'all on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.